Today I'm going to show you how to make Cornhuskers hand lotion from the original formula that was used at the University of Iowa in the 1920s. So it has no relationship whatsoever to the commercial available Cornhuskers lotion that's on the market today. I've used this for many years. I owned a pharmacy for 13 years in a small town called Belle Plaine, Iowa, and I used to make that for lots of people there because they were used to buying it from the store for many years. So I'm going to show you how I made it. The first thing you have to do is have a recipe. So this is my little recipe book that I've used for the last 30-some years, and it describes what's in how you make this. Essentially, you need glycerin, bay rum, witch hazel, camphor spirits, and a weak ammonia solution. So I'll show you how to make the weak ammonia solution first, because that's something that we have to have, and we'll add it at the end. The witch hazel, you can use any commercially available witch hazel will be fine. The bay rum is kind of a problem because bay rum today is not as strong as bay rum was back in the 1920s and 30s. So what I was doing at the time was actually buying bay rum and then adding additional alcohol to it. But you can buy some high alcohol content bay rum. It's called Superior 70 Bay Rum. There may be some other brands out there, but this one has 64% alcohol. So you really want that high alcohol content. Most of them are around 40%, and that's not enough. It'll precipitate out. Then you need a good quality glycerin. I buy the food grade quality and go from there. Now I know that none of these ingredients sound like they're really good for your skin, but the amazing thing is when you put them all together, it works completely different than you expect. And one of the critical things is you have to add them in the proper order, otherwise it doesn't work at all. So let's first of all start with the making of the ammonia solution. So what I have here is ammonia hydroxide. This is a strong solution. I'm going to turn on my fan because this stuff is kind of strong. So I'm not going to turn on high because I'm going to be pretty careful with it. I also have some distilled water. So what we're going to do is we're going to dilute this so that it turns into a weak ammonia solution. And I will need 20 mils of the ammonia, and I will need 40 mils of the water to make 60 mils of the final product. So first of all, I'll start out and measure out the 40 mils. So I have 40 mils in there. You may be able to see that. Okay. Now I'm going to measure 20 mils of the ammonium hydroxide solution. This is a 25 mil graduate. Then, I can smell it now. Strong. So I will now add that to the water. And this is the way you want to do it. You don't want to do it the other way around. I'll set this off to the side because I'll need to clean that. And this will be the last ingredient we add. Now, I need 4 ounces of glycerin. So I have a 16-ounce graduate here, so I'm going to find the 4-ounce mark, which is right here, and I'll add 4 ounces of glycerin. It doesn't have to necessarily be exact, but I like to keep it as close as I can to right. Okay, good enough. Now, I need 4 ounces of bay rum. So I'll use my bay rum. So that'll bring this volume up to 8 ounces on here. Notice there's a layer forming. Now I need 4 ounces of witch hazel. So this will bring me to 12 ounces total volume. Camphor spirits, I have a bottle, 2 ounce bottle here. Put that in there. Now lastly, I will add the ammonia solution. You notice it's a nice gold color. That's the proper color. This will, over time, turn darker, and that's fine. It doesn't hurt in any. I estimate that this should actually be effective or work well for about 4 years now that I've made this. It'll get darker and darker, and it oxidizes. But it smells pungent. You have the alcohol. You also have the bay rum smell, and you have the ammonia smell. So you're getting a little of each in a combination. But now what you would do with this is this would go into a squeeze bottle or a smaller bottle, and you only need well, half a teaspoon at a time in your hand to rub it around in, and that will help with cracks and dry skin and just any type of irritation to your skin that's to the point where your skin is actually cracking around the nails or on your fingers. And it's a very good product to use, and it's very simple to make. Thanks a lot.